We've all heard the bad buzz on antibiotics, but sometimes we have no choice and just have to take them. How can we preserve our health after a round of antibiotics? That's what we're talking about today on View on Health. Hi, I'm Kristen Lascola, host of View on Health, and I'm here with Head of Research and Development for Ameriden, Richard Hall. So, Richard, I cannot exaggerate how much I want to protect my gut microbiome, but there are some times where we just have to take antibiotics, and antibiotics are known to really be effective at controlling and healing infections, but also just destroying the good flora and the good bacteria that we have going on in our gut microbiome, where we know that's the center of health. And so we really need to be careful to protect that. So can you talk to us a little bit today about how we can protect that gut microbiome in a situation where maybe we just have to take antibiotics? What are some solutions to restore what was lost or protect it in the first place?
Sure. The answer to that question is that sometimes you'll feel a little worse than you will before you start feeling better. Because now that you've rid yourself of what the natural problem was that could have got a lot worse, now you want to rebuild your flora and get back to what you call homeostasis, that natural feeling, that good feeling you always want to have. So after you've had an antibiotic, it's always good to refluorinate with things like yogurt. You can take beta-1,3-D-glucan, which will help. You can actually take probiotics and a new one called a prebiotic. A prebiotic feeds probiotics and helps them make them stronger quicker. So you can get back to that place of homeostasis, that natural good place you want to be, much quicker.
So would you take a prebiotic and a probiotic together, or would it be in stages? Like I take a prebiotic to feed the coming probiotic, or are they simultaneous?
No, you can take them simultaneously. I would recommend that. Also, when you do a course of antibiotics, it's good on the very day that you end an antibiotic, wait just about a day before you start taking your antibiotic. Let the antibiotic run its full course, because you never know what might hang on with the disease state that you're trying to fight. And then start with your yogurt, any of these cultured probiotics, and then prebiotics. But you can take probiotics and prebiotics on a basis before you come down with the disease. And I would highly recommend doing that, because then you may never get in that place where you need an antibiotic. And antibiotics run a course. Remember, you can become antibiotic resistant, and you're going to need to take the next stronger antibiotic. And that's a place you don't want to get.
And that's where I found myself with my last infection. I was on a course of 3 different antibiotics, and it was just like making me cringe, because I thought, all I could think is, you're destroying my gut microbiome, but there was nothing I could do to rid myself of this infection otherwise. Sure. So can you give us some examples of what we need to look for in a pre or probiotic? Because again, you go in and they're number one, super expensive, and you want to make sure if you're going to spend all that money, let's get the right one.
Right.
So what do I need to look for?
Well, first thing I look for is the credibility of the company, how long the company's been making it. One of the next episodes we're going to get into is how do you get the information from a company to really get the background on it, if it's going to really help you or not. But the years in business usually will give you some idea of what they're really made of, is integrity. Start feeding yourself with a prebiotic and a probiotic simultaneously. There's a thing out there called Helicobacter pylori, and it's probably one of the main offenders that starts causing dysregulation with your flora. You can kill that by taking olive leaf extract. You don't even have to get to a probiotic. But I still recommend that anytime you disrupt your flora, get back to a probiotic like yogurt. That's a simple thing to do, or a probiotic or a prebiotic. But do something. Don't let it go long, or you're going to get the same condition back again.
Right, because we don't want to get sick just over and over and over again with the same thing, build up our resistance. We need to protect our future of when we really have to pull in the antibiotics.
You need to be your best physician in this day and age.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Richard.
You're welcome.
And stay tuned for our next episode because we're going to be talking about how to cut the confusion of reading the labels of these products. Richard's going to help us out with that. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.